As a matter of fact, people have been complaining to us all week. Have we talked to the people at a Shell? Yes, we have. We shall talk to the man. The man was on this phone yesterday and complained that small cars given away with people who buy petrol at Shell service stations have to pay £1.99, whereas on the mainland in Britain it's £1.59. And we wanted to know, why are we different? We found out. We shall tell him later. Also, many other things that we've found out during the course of this last 24 hours which will amaze you and cause many of your jaws to drop. If you want to contact this programme, the number to ring is 0645 555 678. That's 0645 555 678. I'm quite exhausted now. I love that song. I love that song. It's called Garden Party. That's from the very underestimated and very dead Rick Nelson. That's from an album called Rick Nelson Anthology. Great. Don't know why I like that so much. Right, a lot of people have sent me letters. Thank you, Kathleen, for that nice card with the three little dogs in the front of it. And thank you, Ernie Hicks, over there in Douglas Island, man. A lot of people know Ernie Hicks. Ernie Hicks was a musician here for a very long time with Dave Glover show band. Thank you very, very much, Ernie. I enjoyed the letter. I'll write you a little letter. Well, big deal. Yeah, sure, yeah. No, but thank you, Ernie. Right, first of all, I have to do this. We sometimes on this programme give out and sometimes say things about people and sometimes annoy people. And I think it's only fair that if the people are annoyed that we should give their side of the story. I've got a letter here from Mary Conroy, I think it is. I'm sorry if I haven't got your name right. From the Cats Protection League, the Ulster branch. It says, I was very disappointed to hear you being cross about the above shelter not taking in 5 kittens. Yeah, this lady rang the other day. She said she had 5 kittens and the Cats Protection League wouldn't take them. A lot of cat owners do not have their cats neutered and dump litters on the animal shelters. Our answering machine has up to 20 calls every day. Take this cat, take these kittens. And one most annoyed and sometimes and some are most annoying and sometimes downright insulting if we cannot help. Our shelter has at present over 120 cats and kittens to take care of. Space and money does not permit us to take all the waifs, as we are a voluntary branch of the Cats Protection League, and fund the shelter from, I can't make that word out. It looks like sales, but I don't think it is. Donations, etc. Anyway, what she's basically saying is that they're dependent on the public. It's not an easy task these days, and it wouldn't be, what with the lottery and everybody being so greedy and all. As a long-term volunteer, it is very hurtful to hear the shelter run down when there are a lot of people doing their best to cope with the number of unwanted cats and kittens. Well, Mary, I sympathise with you entirely, and I hope you didn't think we were insulting you in any way, because we didn't mean to. All we were doing is conveying the views of someone who rang, and maybe they don't understand. But hopefully, having heard that, they realise that you're doing the best you can with limited resources. And you're doing a good job, and we certainly would never mean to castigate any work that you do. And good luck to you. And we've got an email here from a person who wants me to say, hello, people from South Africa. See, that's a wonderful thing about the email. You can communicate with people like me from the African continent. Isn't it great? Hi, Gerry. Please say hi. The word hi is indicative of a lifetime spent away. Please say hi to all the Ireland, Winters, Walker and Rolston families from sunny South Africa. Especially to my mother, Greta Winters, who has recently been backpacking her way around Ireland. She is wonderful for her age, a young 81. There's not many people 81 years of age backpacking around Ireland. I wouldn't do it, and I'm nearly 30. Regards also to her friends at the Fort William Fold. Also hello to Eileen, Trevor, Jonathan, Claire and Glenn. Miss you all. Hope everything went well for Claire and Glenn's move to their new home. We are also on the move, having no fixed sold... Sorry, doesn't make sense. There's a word left out there. I assume it's not no fixed abode. Sold the house, but I've not yet found another we like. You don't do that in Ireland. You maybe do it in South Africa. You can't do that here. To all the Ireland family, looking forward to our trip next year. Love to Aunt Louie and Aunt Mabel. Aunt Louie? Okay, that's what it says. Aunt Louie and Aunt Mabel. Hope you're both keeping well. We'll see you sometime in August/September, as they say these days, and the year 2000. Regards to all from the South African Irelands, Helen, Jack, Gareth, Mark, Charmaine and Michaela. Pardon?
What's so special about the email? You said that's so. You said I've got an email here from South Africa. That's what's so special about the email. I mean, you can get a letter from South Africa. You can get a phone call from South Africa. You know what?
I left a word out there.
Yes.
It's what's called instantaneous communication at the tip of one's fingertips.
Right, that's okay then.
I meant to say that I thought maybe perhaps you being reasonably intelligent, you would have assumed that that's what I would have meant.
Right, that gentleman now you want to talk to is on
Yes,
line one.
I have something very...
Yes.
He may not like this. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Gerry.
You talked to me yesterday. You were upset. Tell me again, for the benefit of new listeners, what your problem was yesterday.
Well, Gerry, I was in Shell have got a thing going here in Northern Ireland, or over Britain, with these wee cars.
Yes?
And you can buy them in Northern Ireland for $1.99.
Yes.
Go to the rest of the UK and you get them for $1.29.
$1.29. Do you buy these along with a certain amount of petrol?
You buy £10 worth of petrol.
And you get one car for $1.49? $1.29?
And the rest of the UK over here you get them for $1.99.
Well, we've got to the bottom of it.
Okay.
And I have to explain to you how it works. You may not like this. You see, we being in Northern Ireland and being part of the United Kingdom, as you well know, means nothing. Because, according to Shell, they regard the island of Ireland as an entity. So all Shell oil, whatever you call it, petrol stuff, is all under Shell Ireland. So in other words, Shell Northern Ireland, there's no such thing as Shell Northern Ireland. Shell Ireland is the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, whereas Shell UK is the mainland.
Right.
That's England, Scotland and Wales. Right. The reason why there's a difference, because it's two separate operations, because the volume of petrol sold does not facilitate the cheapening of the cars, if you know what I mean. They don't sell as...
In other words, it's a rip-off.
No. What they're saying is this. They're not saying this at all. They're saying that they sell a much higher volume of petrol on what we call, fondly, the mainland, therefore allowing them to give away little cars at $1.29. But they don't sell as much petrol here.
No, but it's dear here.
I know, but they don't sell as much. They don't generate enough revenue to make...
That's a lot of nonsense.
I know what they're saying is that, you know, you're not part of Britain.
Well, when I phoned Shell Northern Ireland yesterday, or Shell Ireland as you call it, yesterday,
Yes.
they said they'd ring me back. Still waiting on the call.
Well, they've communicated with us and they've explained that to us, and I'm afraid you may not like this.
No, I don't like it.
Well...
But anyway, thanks for your trouble.
That's what they say. I didn't get a chance to get angry with them because we didn't get it sorted out until we were off the air. Besides, I'd gone off the boil about 11:45 anyway. I was really angry about 11:20.
Well, I'll not be paying any of them anyway, Gerry.
Well, you see, they've given us a reasonable explanation. You should accept that. You see, they can't, like ourselves, they can't afford to give away things for nothing.
Don't worry, go get nothing for nothing from Shell.
No. Let's not be vicious or bad-hearted here.
No.
Okay.
Well, Gerry, I have to go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Right. Do I get the feeling that he wasn't all that terribly impressed by that answer that we gave him after all the research and probing we did yesterday? Do I get the impression that perhaps he was less than pleased at that answer?
But, you know, what are we looking for? MBEs or OB? You know, that's our job, to probe and to search. That's we're only doing our job. We're not looking for rewards, Gerry.
Well, I am looking for some kind of reward, yeah.
Well,
I don't know about you, speak for yourself, but I'm not. Do you think I'm going to sit here and slave here for nothing?
Well,
Look at the time we spent yesterday hounding down the Shell people, finding reasons, finding this, finding that, and discovering all kinds of people under the woodwork.
I must say, we worked very hard on that yesterday.
We did work very hard. I didn't get out of here yesterday until 12:05.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you for all the work that you and your team have done.
Thank you.
Bringing to fruition our inquiry. I want you to go to work on the bread now.
No, you've already done that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I did. What else have I got to do? Oh, I want to have...
Bangers.
Here's another thing which I think we should work at. We've had a lot of complaints that a lot of children these days are very tall. School children.
Reduce the height of children.
Reduce the size of children.
Okay.
I think that can be done if we get the people to stop selling them orange juice.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Make a few preliminary inquiries there, and let's try and shorten our school children. Too many children today are much taller than their parents. I've been thinking about that during the course of that record, and this leads to feelings of inadequacy amongst the parents, and I think something should be done about it, because there was a time when children were smaller than their parents, even when they were 16. I mean, I walk down the street and I see many schoolboys with their shirts hanging out, with their hair a little bit longer than it should be, and they're about 6'1", and I imagine their parents, and sometimes I see their parents come along in the morning and leaving at their school in their car, and they're little short people. Not short people, not the way it used to be, like 5'10". That used to be quite tall, but now the children are all over 6 foot. And this is very annoying for the parents, and I don't see why it should be allowed, because when the children get to be 16 or 17, they're towering over their parents, and what authority can you possibly exercise when your children are towering over you and looking down? And hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I was distracted there. I heard a very strange sound in my ear. It sounded like somebody from another planet.
It's all right. I'm not from another planet. Just
No,
from
sorry,
you,
no,
Natalie.
I heard a strange noise which came from elsewhere. I don't know what it was. It sounded like, could be, I don't know what it is. Anyway, never mind that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What can we do for you?
I want to know, I have a souvenir which came out in 1951. And with all the talk about the millennium, I thought this would come to mind. I was in the plaza on New Year's Eve.
The Plaza Ballroom?
Yes, in 1950. And we all got a card, a coin. Now, I think we got a wee handkerchief, but I can't find it. And it says on it, a gift and a message from Mecca. On this, the first day of the week, first day of the month, first day of the new year, and first day of the new half-century.
That's right. People tend to forget
Yes.
that, yeah.
To bring you luck and to hasten the day when our old country will once again enjoy golden days with happiness and prosperity for all its citizens. Please accept the enclosed golden coin to bring you luck in all the ways. And I have the coin here, now it's nearly black.
So, yeah.
But it was just because of the millennium.
That's
it
right.
brought this to mind. This is the half-century. And we all got these at the dance on New Year's Eve in the plaza.
Oh, people tend to forget the great half-century celebrations in the Plaza Ballroom in 1950.
So I just wondered, had anybody else had one of these I have the card here and the coin. Now, unfortunately, I think I have lost the wee handkerchief. It was a wee yellow silk handkerchief and there was a wee jingle on it. I can't remember what it was. But I have the coin here. And on the coin it said too, always, good luck always from Mecca. And then right round the side it said the same thing, first day of the week of the month, the new year and the half-century. It just brought it to mind because of the millennium coming up.
That's right.
And I wondered, would anybody else have one of those?
Well, that would be interesting. Let's find out if there's any of those survived.
Yes,
you did
might
well
be.
to keep. You did well to keep hang on to
It's
that.
been moved from one place to another. I don't know how I still got holding on to it.
That was the time when ballrooms used to refer to the dancers as patrons.
Oh, well, that's true, right enough. We used to go there and get her. Oh, now, my grandfather had a ballroom in Northern Ireland, in Belfast. Oh, gosh, I don't know many
He
years
had?
ago.
Had he really?
He had the Oceanic. And that must be 70 years ago. Or
The Oceanic? I wonder
Yes.
where that was. You
It
have
was
any idea?
in beside the Co in York Street.
Really?
Yes, and Frederick Street it was in. And it used to be a hospital there.
Yes.
And all the doctors and nurses and all learned to dance in it. Now, it was before my time, and I'm 66.
Right. So, yeah, right.
That was way before my time. It was years and years ago.
The Oceanic.
The Oceanic. And he used to have, my grandmother and him used to go to England and learn the dances and then bring them back. And he used to judge the Veleta and all that sort of thing, you know.
Not many people doing the Veleta now, I have to say.
Well, my first dance with him was in the plaza.
What kind of a dance was that?
Well,
A rumba?
He was asked actually to judge a competition, and my grandmother said she wouldn't go unless I was with her. So they sent a car, and we were picked up. Now that's 50 years ago.
Yes.
I was picked up, and my grandfather and grandfather picked up in a big limousine and taken there, and he judged the competitions. And it was modern and old time, but he judged the old time ones. It was lovely.
Cayley Overtime.
Oh.
Modern, as they used to call it, modern and old time.
Yes, modern and old time. That's right.
Yeah,
And I heard you saying there about people being tall.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 5'7.5", and my mother was 5 foot.
Right. Do you have any children yourself?
I don't have any of stepchildren now and step-grandchildren.
Well, you see, all the children are getting progressively taller than their parents.
Well,
I don't remember that one. My father was taller than me.
Well, I see a lot of the children. I live near a school here, and I can't believe it when I see them out of their uniforms.
I know, what's wrong with
I
them?
just can't believe it. They're big, tall ones.
I know they're tiring over their parents. It's not.
Yes.
It's not fair, is it?
I was up at a local school here, Monkstown School. I worked for a hospice group, and they were presenting me with a cheque, and I think it was really deserved, you know, congratulations, because it was the young people who raised the money themselves.
Yeah.
And when I went up, they were sitting in the assembly hall on the ground, you know, on the floor rather.
Yeah.
And when they got up and stand up, I nearly died.
Big, tall,
Some of them
big-
were about, I thought they looked about 6 foot something, boys and girls.
I know.
Couldn't believe it, right enough.
No, what's gone wrong? Something's gone seriously wrong. I mean,
It must be the food. It must be whatever's in the pesticides and all that's getting put on the...
well, we didn't get half enough pesticides.
I think
obviously.
we had too natural food. Our food was nice and natural.
Yeah, and
Nowadays, there's no
nice
taste
natural
of it.
food that made us tiny and stunted.
Oh, well, now some big people too, only you just didn't look for them probably.
But no, you noticed them right away. You called them lofty. No, we were deprived of pesticides.
I will think think that's what it was. But the food was good and tasty then. My goodness, sure, there's no taste to half of the food now.
Yeah, I know, but sure, we come to expect that. But can you? But are the children, the tall children? I mean, are their children going to be bigger than them?
I don't think so. I think they'll just be the same. They'll be mixed.
But so they're going to have to soon. They're soon going to have to adjust the doors in all their houses.
I heard a wee story yesterday. A friend of mine, she has a young daughter at school, and she had to go out and buy her 8 pair of socks.
Why is
and
that?
I just want she buy 8 pair of socks. She wears 3 pair of socks at a time. They're white cotton, and then she puts them all on, and then she pushes them all down, and they sit all around her ankles like in creases. I couldn't believe it. I said I wondered why the children were, they look bulky socks. She says you had to wear 3 pair at a time, and then you push them down. That's one of the styles at the moment.
Really, I wasn't aware of that.
No, I'm afraid I'm not up to date.
I must go home and get another pair.
You must go home and get another pair of socks.
I'm only wearing the 1 pair. I'm desperately behind. I'll see what I can do. All right, then. Well, okay, let's see if anyone else has got that little medal.
Well, that wee medal there, it's gone a wee bit coloured. It wasn't have been gold, but it's still got the writing and all on. There's a wee horseshoe and all on it. So it'd be nice to hear if somebody else does.
All right, then. Okay, let's see if anybody's still got that. You did well, as I say.
Thanks very much indeed, Gerry. Nice to talk to you now.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Why don't we do something...
Hey?
Why don't we do something wholesome? I'm just thinking about it. I'm not saying that conversation I just had with that lady wasn't wholesome.
Connie Buckley.
Why don't we do some wholesome things in this programme? For instance, John Bennett this morning was doing amusing things the children say.
Yes.
Why can't we do things like that?
But you're doing this now, is that?
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
You're just in the
Why don't we have a theme? How many people didn't wash their face today?
Do men still wash under the rocksters?
Exactly.
I understand.
Do you still wash under your armpits?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, do you take your shirt off first?
Yeah, all the time.
I mean, these are the things that people want to know. I mean, how many times do men change their socks?
How, do people still wash their feet in a basin?
Exactly. And do fathers still put their collars underneath their shirts when they shave?
Yeah.
And do people still spit in the jaw box?
Right. Why do men not put the newspaper over their face when they go to sleep in the chair?
And how do people polish their shoes? Do they still use brushes?
Yeah.
And do wives polish their wives' shoes, or do men get up and polish their shoes in the morning, or do they polish their shoes at night before they go to bed?
Do women still
I have
wear
to say to you, Sean,
garters to hold up their nylons? Do women still wear garters to hold up their nylons?
I don't think that's any of your business, really. I noticed you the other day, your shoes were shining.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Do you shine your own shoes? No, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they were shining, I said to myself, he couldn't possibly have done that.
That's
Well,
not
do you shine your own shoes in the morning before you go out? No, you're lying to me.
Not every morning.
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not. It's not that I don't do it every morning.
But your shoes the other morning were
Yes,
shining. They almost hurt my eyes.
Yes, you remarked that.
I remarked that. So I went, dear, did you just look at them shoes, boys?
You said, that's right.
But do you sit there in the morning, in your underpants, polishing your shoes?
you're
And can I ask you this? When you're polishing your shoes, do you put a Belfast Telegraph in your lap?
No.
What do you newsletter?
No.
Irish News?
Nothing.
But does the polish not get on your legs?
No, you use the wee...
What?
The wee...
That's
tube.
what I want. The wee
The
tube.
wee tube with a wee sponge on the end of it.
But it just still gets on your legs.
It does not.
It does. We don't know these things. We don't know how the people are living. So there used to be a time when you used to put on polish, and then you have to
You
put
had
the
two
Belfast
brushes.
Tele- Yeah.
You had to have 2 brushes.
You had a brush to put on your polish and the other for shining.
Yes, the other
So
for shining.
sometimes you had a rag for shining, but you always had to use a
shining
brush.
That's right.
Always had a... No, not you always used a brush to put on the polish.
But you always had a brush to shine.
Not
You
necessarily.
always-
You could always have a rag or a chamois.
Like one of a
No, but what you would do, you put the polish on, but you always put the Belfast Telegraph in your lap, because once you put the shoe in your
That's
lap...
when you had that's if you're using the tin of polish.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now. You see, not many people use the tins of polish
But the
anymore.
stuff that you come out of the sponge, that's stains. That'll come off in your legs.
Not if you're careful. If you do.
How did this start?
I don't know.
How did
do you
this
have a
start here?
shoehorn?
We had a shoehorn.
Do you have a shoehorn now in your house?
I do not at this moment have a shoehorn, no.
No, there you
No, do you have a shoehorn?
are. No, I've got one in my golf bag.
That's very handy.
Doesn't it?
Someone on that. How did this start? What are we talking about?
There's a
No,
lady
we were
wants
talking
to talk about her
what
tall
we were talking
son.
about. We were talking about was why don't we do wholesome things in this program? Like John Bennett does wholesome things. He's a wholesome man. But why? What's wrong with us? Are we twisted and gnarled or what? I mean, why can't we do a thing like? No, why don't we say things? Now, what we want to hear today, amusing anecdotes you've heard at work. Well, why can't we do stuff like that?
Well, why don't we?
Because we don't want to. But why? I'm just
That's
saying.
unanswered.
But why don't we? I mean, why amusing things your children say? I couldn't do that.
Because we never see you after 12 o'clock, you're away preparing other things, and you're so busy, and you're doing charity work, and you're being dragged here, there, and everywhere for photo calls. We never have the time to discuss this programme with you. You're so busy.
I suppose that's right. In my glittering stardom, something that you've never experienced. You don't know what I do during the day.
No.
But I have to say this, I'm just a little worried that, we're becoming too cynical, and because all the broadcasters around us, amusing anecdotes you've heard, things like that, things that make people feel good.
Why don't we have an outside broadcast?
No, too complicated. Is there somebody on the phone here? Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry.
Sorry, we're just trying to plan the programme for tomorrow.
It's all right. You'll not have time to talk to me now because your news will be coming on.
Oh, that's right. Have you got anything complicated to say? Because we can talk to you afterwards,
Well, I was wanting to tell you about my tall son.
Go on, tell us about him.
Well, last year he's left school now because he's 16, but he's over 6 foot.
How do you cope with that?
Well, I'm the shortest now nearly in the house.
How short are you?
Well, 5'5".
What height was your husband, or is your husband?
Well, he's 6 foot.
Well, that's it. Well, what do you expect? You know what I mean?
Yes.
No, but is he taller than your husband?
Yes.
Well, you see, this is what I can't understand. You see, because you're shorter, you're only a little titchy poo, aren't you?
Well.
You're only small. Well, your husband's 6 foot. So therefore, by any standards, the child should be tall, but maybe as tall as your father. But taking into consideration that he's taken on board some of your genes, he should not indeed be taller than your husband.
But maybe the other two sons got my genes because they're not as tall.
Are they tiny, tiny?
Yeah, he got his father's genes. But
well, what age are they? Are they as big as they're going to get?
Well, he's 16. This tall one's 16.
Well, he's got a little ways to go, as they say in the Western movies.
Yeah, well, he's left school now, but last year I had to go up to see the teacher, as you do, to hear if they have any complaints about your son and all the rest.
Yes.
And when I went up, she said he was too tall for the desks.
Really?
And that when he sat in class, that he annoyed her because he used to set the desks on his knees and swing them.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, so I would have thought that a high school
high school
would cater for children.
High school should have high desks.
Could have high
Well,
we cater for children more than 6 foot tall.
All right, well, what age did you say he is? He's 16?
Well, he's 16 now.
Well, do you realise, of course, he's going to get bigger?
Yeah.
He's not finished yet,
We'll have to get the house extended to get him in.
You have to raise your door jamb.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's good. At least he's healthy.
Oh, he's healthy. He's still growing. Sleeps a lot.
Does he? Well, he needs to, because he needs to conserve all the energy he can, so he wastes so much of it walking about.
Uh-huh.
He'll probably end up about 6'2", 6'3".
Well, he's nearly that now. He's more than 6 foot. He's about 6'1", 6'2".
What do you think's the reason for it?
Well, he was always big.
All right then.
He was the size when he was 2. He was the same size as my 4-year-old. He was always tall.
Always twice the height. All right. Listen, we have to go now.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Enjoy
talk
your
to you
programme, Gerry.
Thank you very much, love.
Could you say hello to Lorna and Maureen?
Lorna and Maureen, yes. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have to wait till the man's finished. That's Come Together, America Salutes the Beatles. That's another track from that. That's We Can Work It Out by Phil Keaggy and a group called PFR, which nobody has ever heard of. Have to say hello. What?
Sorry, I didn't realise you were about to speak.
No, you didn't realise I was talking, no.
No, you weren't talking when I talked in your ear. You were not talking, and I didn't realise you were about to talk.
I was talking, actually.
You were not talking.
I was talking.
You were not talking when I talked to you.
All right,
Gerry.
okay.
Let's not fight. All I want to know is we got a call from a lady asking, have you got Brian Kennedy's new single? And if so, would you please play it?
As a matter of fact, I haven't. I wonder what it is. Is it something new he's released just recently?
Other radio stations are playing it.
Well,
So
you see, just
I
goes to
thought
show
you were
you-
a big friend of Brian Kennedy.
Yes, but that does not necessarily mean that the...
Well,
wheels-
surely a big friend would say, send that out to my friend Gerry.
Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think so? And I have to say
Another
to you now...
slap in the face for you.
Another nail in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say to you now that I'm terribly upset. You mean other radio stations? What do you mean, Cool FM? Those
I'm not
kind of people?
naming any
Downtown?
names. I'm not
Yeah.
naming names.
Foreign stations?
I'm not naming names.
All right,
Other
then. So they're
stations
playing
are
it.
playing
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'll look into that later on today. I'll send off it.
But on the other side of the coin, you can rejoice in the fact that you're the only person with Charlie Lansbury's news. You're the only copy of that CD.
You know, sometimes I lie in bed and thank my
Think about
lucky
that?
stars.
Are you playing him this morning?
Exactly. No, I'm not.
Why not?
No, because you can't play Charlie Lansbury all the time. People will get suspicious.
Play a track from his new CD.
Don't tell me what to play.
All right,
First of all, you're telling me what to say. Now you're telling me what to play. Be careful here.
There's a call. For
I know that, but I have things to read out from the people outside, the representative people who listen to this programme and who indeed communicate with us on a regular basis. I have to say hello to Elsie Patterson of Cumber. Happy birthday to her. That's from her sister Nora. Please play Daniel. You will, you will, you will. Patsy Brawley of Rufo. Happy birthday for Sunday. It's his birthday on Sunday, you could probably work out for yourself. That's from Jennifer and DePaul. And hello to Sam Bradley in Castle Dawson. It's his happy birthday. Well, it's his birthday on Tuesday. Well, it's happy, and that is up to him. That's from Sadie. Good luck, good luck, good luck. God bless, God bless, God bless. All the best, all the best. God luck, God luck. Rose Nolan and Tim Hanley, who are getting married at 2 o'clock today. The fools, the fools. From Rose's mum. No, not the fools at all. Of course they're madly in love and want to have little children, of course. Rose's mum, sisters Kathy and Anne-Marie and all the family. Congratulations to Rose Nolan and Tim Hanley, who are getting married at 2 o'clock today. I wonder, are they touring Ireland?
Eh?
I wonder, are they touring Ireland? Do you remember people used to get married and tour Ireland?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Remember they used to do that?
That's right.
Did you tour Ireland?
No, I told you where
No,
I went.
you went to Isle of Man, didn't you? No, people used to either tour Ireland.
Where did you go?
I didn't have a honeymoon. No, I didn't have a honeymoon. No, I don't agree with such frippery. Besides, the Isle of Man was booked up and Ireland was closed. I have to say hello to Jim and Eileen Bain. Cheer up, it says, from Maverick. A caller wants to know who wrote Scorn Not His Simplicity. Well, Phil Coulter wrote that, actually. Yes, Phil Coulter wrote that. Lost a small tan or a small ton corgi, which would mean a very heavy corgi indeed, but it's probably a small tan corgi from the Buncrana Road area of this city in Derry, Londonderry, which is but a stone's throw from where we sit and broadcast this heap of rubbish today. That small tan corgi last Wednesday, that's quite a long time for a small tan corgi, to be wandering about an area that's rife with people. Here's a letter from a man who communicates on a regular basis. It's our weekly bulletin from Warren Point. He would say, this is Paul McAvoy, he says, I would like the DOE General Engineer to send round some of his representatives to make arrangements to have proper street signs set up at Claremont Gardens, Warren Point, particularly the street sign Claremont Bungalows, and particularly the sign Drive Slowly. These two are completely unreadable. Strangers looking for the estate maintain that they drive past the sign, and not alone that, they drive past the sign too fast because they can't read the sign which says Drive Slowly. I mentioned this before, but it was ignored. Please get the Cadbury chocolate manufacturers who sponsor Coronation Street to stop showing silly, stupid chocolate postmen and postal vans, also men sitting eating our lunch and women gossiping. I think this form of advertisement is an insult to the intelligence of the viewers. The nightly strollers who are still breaking windows in the shops at Church Street, they're drinking too much wine, Guinness or hashish. The result is they go mad. Now, if there are any children listening, remember this. You heard it in this programme. If you drink Guinness and hashish, it will drive you mad. All others, you should be careful. Peculiar things are happening around Claremont Gardens amongst the cat colony. Since the eclipse, the cats don't seem to be interested in their local lady cats. You know, I noticed that myself. Did you notice that? See, since the eclipse, I haven't been myself.
Have you not?
No, I haven't. And the man is saying that the cats in Warren Point are the same.
So we never looked at the eclipse.
I know, but the thing, it affects you. The rays affect you. I haven't been myself. You know, I've lost interest. Do you know the way you lose interest there?
In what?
You know.
Nah.
Yes, I've lost interest.
I don't believe it.
I honestly,
Not
since the
you.
eclipse, I've just... That's it.
Nothing there.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but... Well, you know, I lost interest, let's just say.
Can you not be tempted?
I have no interest in anything. That's just the way it is. No, somebody could walk in there naked, and I wouldn't even notice.
Are you off your food?
No, I said I've lost interest. Didn't say I'm dead. No,
Alice wants you on one.
Okay, right. Anyway, since the eclipse, the cats don't seem to be interested in their local lady cats. They just pass them by. Way down the corner. It is believed that a number of lady cats savaged by a tomcat belonging to a certain lady in Claremont Gardens because he wouldn't make love to them. Such is life, all because of the eclipse. So there we are. The tomcats are not what they were, and the lady cats are what they call... What do you call a female cat? A bitch? Do you know? What do you call a female cat?
A female cat?
Ah, you
It's
see.
a good one. Tomcat and a...
Tomcat and another, yeah. Right, you don't know, do you? Nobody knows.
Pussy.
Thank you. So what happens is that the female... pussies, as Mr. Coyle says, are attacking the tomcat because of his inactivity. What would happen? By thunder, it's only a matter of time before the hens turn in their rooster. And then what'll happen then? Finally, could you play a full request for my son-in-law, Jean Bashford of Oxford, whose birthday is today? All love and good wishes come from all the family. We get well bouquets to Adrian McGee and Mrs. Pauline Dinsmore of Warren Point. We're all thinking of you. Cheerio, Gerry. Try and get the awful smell on the Banbridge Road cleared. And I've got a fax here from Arrowhead, Virginia. A person who goes away to America every once in a while and sends me a fax and gives me a pen picture of what is going on over there. A million greetings from Lake Arrowhead in Virginia. I've sort of lost touch with you lately, so though I'd sit and have a coffee and watch the tail end of last night's hurricane wreak a little more havoc across the farm before daylight, I think the word is wreak, actually, I don't know for sure what damage has been caused, but a large section of the big barn went missing during the small hours. It's that period between dark and dawn when shapes can be made out, and I can see a lot of fencing is blown down, and I hope the steers haven't wandered too far. The steers, for the benefit of people living here, that's beasts. Beasts. And I hope the steers haven't wandered too far, but we are certainly in for a roundup in a few hours' time. A few of the hands will use horses, but quad motorbikes are the norm nowadays. In America, they're rounding up the steers, the beasts, with quad motorbikes. Dangerous little buggers they are, too. The weather forecast has just been on television, and we're promised temperatures of the late 80s and early 90s this afternoon. I know the kind of weather you're getting at home, and I hope it continues for the weekend for you. Isn't it always the same every year? As soon as the children return to school, the sun comes out in earnest. Yes, serves them right, I say. I have made arrangements with one of my friends at home that I will contact her via the internet some days, whenever convenient, and she will put her radio beside her computer. Do you see what's going on here? Right. There are people in America holding up their radios, and there are people in Ulster holding up their radios to the internet so that people in America can hear it. And John Bennett and every Mike Edgar and all those people, they're on the internet and I'm not. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who's that?
Hello, Gerry.
Yes?
It's Gerry from Hollywood.
Yes, Hughie from Hollywood.
Gerry, Gerry, you were talking about Rafo there a wee while ago.
Was I?
Well, you mentioned Rafo.
I don't think I did I?
I thought you did, maybe. But
that's right, sorry, in a request.
Aye, something like that, was it?
I don't read, I just read them out.
Aye, certainly. Yeah? It put me in mind. Last week I was on holiday in Donegal.
Yes.
And I was travelling, the route from Lifford, Ballybuffet to Dunklow.
Well-trodden route, yes.
Aye, and you would know it well, and you're a knowledgeable man.
I would.
Now, the roads down there, the main roads have route signs on them every so often.
Yes.
Like N56.
Yes.
Now, there's some of the signs actually have a yellow background with black numbers on them, like N25. But underneath there are 4 additional numbers, like 0427 and 1986 and so on.
Yes.
And they're not in any sequence, and sign after sign. But since you have travelled that route many a time, I'm sure you could tell me what those 4 numbers mean.
Is it elevation?
Well, I wouldn't know a clue. It doesn't say.
Could be elevation.
Elevation
above sea
height.
level.
Above road level?
Above sea level.
Oh, I thought you meant the sign above road level.
No. I think it could be that.
Why would it give altitude above sea level, do you think?
In case you might be half interested.
Oh.
No, well, sometimes they do, in particularly hilly areas. They sometimes... it's a mystery. Some of those strange signs in Donegal are quite frightening, actually. Have you noticed the ones in German?
No, I can't read German at all, no.
Why? There's certain words in German I can read.
Oh.
But there's certain signs. It's quite disconcerting, actually, when you go around a corner and you see a sign which says, Achtung! Achtung! You kind of think that the Nazis, came here.
You watch too many war films, Gerry.
It's true. There's a sign.
You're getting off the subject here,
I'll be back down in a minute. No, there's a sign. There's a sign in County Donegal on the border, and you drive around the corner and it says, Achtung!
Oh.
Really?
Goodness.
It does.
My goodness me.
It's frightened the life out of me one day. I expect to see Hitler coming out of the Mace stores. Anyway, I don't know.
You don't know? I thought you would, really. I was wondering, was it a grid reference, for instance?
It could be a grid, whatever it is.
Aye.
But I think maybe it could be elevation. Could be. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't see, if it started with 0, why would the bother putting the 0 in first? 041.
Oh.
And then the next one you get to 2256.
But I'll tell you one thing that's certain.
but they're not in sequence, you know.
I'll tell you one thing that's certain, that you can depend on, that someone will ring and tell us why.
Do you think so?
Yes, within the next
Well,
5
I would like
minutes.
to hear that, because I was confused the whole time. Every time I met one, I say, what the heck does that number mean there?
Yeah,
You know,
you feel like going out and battering it.
Well, very nearly, you know. Uh-huh. Well, anyway, Gerry, thanks for your time, anyway.
Okay,
and,
I'm sure somebody will ring us up
well,
and
I
tell
hope
us.
so. Okay, Gerry.
Right.
All the best now. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's a lovely song called Forgive September by a band called Sontiche from Northern Ireland. Sontiche, or H, to keep the communities at bay. And before that, we have Lou Bega, a current number 1, I do believe, if my pop-tastic knowledge is up to it. It's Mambo number 5. What do you say?
Are you dressing up as a woman again?
I'm not quite sure I understand. When?
Yeah.
When am I dressing up?
Are you dressing up as a woman again?
Am I dressing up as a woman again?
That's what we've been asked, yeah.
Today?
No, on the 16th of September.
What's the 16th of September?
That's what a lady phones in to say, that there's a poster, I think in Ballycastle, advertising the fact in the Marine Hotel on the 16th of September, Gerry Anderson and May McFetridge.
No. May McFetridge dresses as a woman. I don't.
That's all they wanted to know.
That's a concert. Yeah, good. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Yeah. Can you confirm that I have not encouraged you to do this?
No. So the lady from Ballycastle phoned in.
It's a concert. It's a native charity, by the way.
Right.
I'm not getting any money for this. I can't speak for.
But are you dressing up?
No, I'm not. No, I'd be dressing up as a presenter, as a person who'd be a compere, kind of a half MC. May McFetridge will indeed be dressing up, and you want to see what she wears under her skirt. You wouldn't want to know about that. She'll be there. That's the 16th of September. And where is it again?
The Marine Hotel in
That's right, in Ballycastle. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that tremendously. May and I have worked together in the past.
What's it made of?
I'm not quite sure, actually, but I know I don't have it on the tip of my tongue. I'm not quite sure. It's something that was organised quite a while ago. But I remember at the time thinking it was a good idea, but I'm not quite sure what it is. You're putting me in the spot here. I don't know. I really don't know.
Where do you get tickets for it?
I really don't know.
Much is it?
I really don't know.
Who's on the bill?
I really don't know. Myself and maybe
what time does it start?
I really don't know. It's a Thursday, I think.
But you really
That's
don't
all
know.
I really don't know.
Another man phoned in to say, could you do something about the hamburgers in Glasgow?
What does he want done about them?
He said that he was over there on holiday or passing through, and he called into one of the local chippies for a hamburger.
Yeah.
And he said the guy got the hamburger bun, he halved it, and he got the hamburger meat, and he put the meat right in between the two halves.
Yeah.
And then he placed the whole lot into the deep fat fryer. and then brought it out, wrapped it up and handed it to him.
Nothing surprises me about Glasgow. I know, I've talked to people in the past. I've always had a problem with Glasgow, you know. Always have had one. Mm-hmm. But even now when people say to me, I say, where have you been? They say, I've been to Glasgow. I went, God. And they say, no, Glasgow's great now. City of culture. Glasgow's not the way it used to be. But as far as I'm concerned, it's the same people live there.
Well, let's find out about their hamburgers.
I've always had a problem with Glasgow. People used to always want to hit me in Glasgow.
Geordie wants you.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's got a problem.
I was often do you know, I was threatened the other day. Now, this is the thing that you don't know, you not being a glittering celebrity. I was walking up a streets of a certain town the other day, and it's not this one.
Right.
Oh, it is, of course.
Is it?
No, it is, yeah. No way you say that. It's not here.
The names to
I walked up. Now, this is true. Now, it's very seldom I reveal a little bit about myself. I was walking up this particular street, minding my own business, looking in a shop window. I think I was looking at some property, actually, in one of the mortgage houses. And a man came up to me, and he said, I hate you. He said, I hate you. I hate you. And he started to spit all over my face. And I thought he was joking, as you do. But he got me in a corner, and a man had to come to my assistance. A man had to come to my assistance. And this man was going to hit me. He was stopping me. He was shouting at me and screaming at me and all, and calling me all kinds of... There's words that I can't use in this programme. And I was sitting there trapped in the corner. He said, and he was very dark, and he had a beard, and he was very swarthy, and he had the smell of drink off him.
Right.
And a man had to jump out of a car and said, are you all right there, boy? I said, I'm not, actually. There's a maniac here. And I just got away by this. But I'll tell you what, my heart was thumping after that.
Oh, God love you.
I know. Hello, good morning, Geordie. Maybe he's not there. Hello, good morning, Geordie. Did you say there was someone there?
Geordie's on one.
Well, why doesn't he speak? Hello, Geordie.
Hello, Gerry.
Why don't you... Sorry, good
Can you
morning.
hear me?
Yes, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine now. I didn't hear you there for a little while. Did you hear this programme the other day about the people talking about the congregation of hares sitting around watching a boxing match?
Oh, yes. I
Did
heard
you hear that?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see anything like
I've
that?
seen it myself, yes, a couple of times.
Really?
That's usually at the end of March, April. That's the breeding season.
And they all sit around?
Oh, yes. There's always a big buck hare, you know, and he tries to take over most of the she hares, you know.
Oh, so what you're basically saying here is that that the hares who are sitting around the circle are basically she hares, the way you put it?
Well, yes, they're like a young buck hare, you know.
Buck hares. And the two that are fighting are big buck hares.
Yes, that's right.
It's kind of like your average disco on a Saturday night, isn't it,
Well,
really?
something similar.
There's no difference. Get
No, not...
Get the old mad dog into you.
That's right.
Get the old Red Bull and vodka down your neck.
That's it.
And beat the man up who's trying to get off your girl. It's as simple as that.
It's just something... Now, nature is not much different than nature in the human being now, is there?
People will always fight over women, and then when they get them, they don't want them.
That's it. Now, why I phoned you up to let you know, I took a day out now and again.
Yes.
And went down to Lisburn Market on a Tuesday.
Yes.
So I was just informed now that the council in the parish to be is closing Lisburn Market down.
On a Tuesday?
And building a big super market or something in its place.
You mean a covered market in its place?
No, it's no big one of these, no big superstores.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so they're scrapping the market then?
Oh, yes.
I've never been to Lisburn Market on a
It's a
Tuesday.
good market, Gerry, now.
What kind of market was it? I mean, what kind of stuff do you get there?
Oh, from the needle to an anchor. You can get anything you want.
And
lovely fresh fish, sea fish and mackerel, herons, you name it. Chickens and all of it.
Everything?
Everything.
And obviously well supported by the people?
Oh, yes, packed.
Would they come from miles around to go to
miles
Lisburn?
Around. And lovely fresh vegetables and fruit, you name it.
And well, what are they going to do now? Build Sainsbury's or something instead of that?
Yeah, something similar. I don't know what store now, but it's just some of them.
What's wrong with the people?
And they're shoving the market somewhere up some wee side street or somewhere.
But it won't be the same in your opinion?
No.
Isn't it awful what they're doing? So they're doing the same here as well. They're building all these big supermarkets, closing down all the wee butchers and all the wee vegetable shops. Some of them all walking around with dead eyes on their heads.
Well, that's it.
The way they do in England.
And the loveliest flowers and bulbs and all you can get. I get bulbs, for satin, for springtime and all. Garden men and everything's down on it.
Why does nobody in Northern Ireland or England ever learn anything? Why is that? Because if you go to somewhere like France or Holland, they've preserved all their old markets and they've done everything. And they've kept all the old stuff. But here we just wreck it.
Well, just
why do we not learn anything?
Well, it's a part to be, I don't know. Where their brains is.
Yeah, there are very few brains. I've often say, when I look around me in Northern Ireland, and it has to be said, there's a saying that people get the politicians they deserve. Well, I'll tell you what, if we have the politicians that we deserve, we're in big trouble.
Yes, we can say that again.
So what are you going to do when is Lisburn Market going to be swept away?
Oh, well, it's coming up shortly now. For I was talking to a whole lot of the stallholders that says it'll not be last much longer, it's all closing down. Part to be is building a big... They've sold it, you see. The council has sold that big thing.
The buggers.
Yeah.
So this'll punch a hole in your Tuesday.
Oh, well, I go down maybe 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
Would
you get dressed up for that?
Oh, yes. Have a good day out.
Put on a white shirt? Did you put on a suit?
No, a sports coat.
Would you dust your cap for that?
Oh, well, I have a wee Tommy Shanta.
Oh, have you?
A wee woolly one.
Would you give her a wipe before you go?
Oh, yes. Well, have some for outside, some for putting about and outside, and then one or two decent ones, for going out.
I think you need 3 caps.
I have about 5.
Well, you need at least 3. You need one for inside. You need one for outside footering about. And you need one for outside going somewhere special.
Yes, I always keep a couple
Absolutely.
clean.
And then a couple spare.
And Gerry, before I go, do you know who I met?
Who?
And she's a born picture of, do you know Maura O'Hara, where ginger hair?
Maureen O'Hara?
Uh-huh. Well, she's a dead ringer, and she's a singer too.
Oh, a dead ringer?
Uh-huh.
For Maureen O'Hara,
yes.
the actress?
Yes.
Well, she's getting on a bit now, but she's...
Oh, no, but this one would put you in mind of her when Maura O'Hara was young,
Flaming red hair?
Yes, I say this lady's only in her 20s.
Can I ask you a question? Did you follow her?
No, she's a singer.
Oh, she's a singer.
And she had a, what it called in Lisburn Market, signing photograph. Oh, I got a lovely photograph of her.
What was she doing, publicising her record?
Yes, Aileen Woods.
Eileen Woods, I know Eileen Woods.
Do you?
Yes, of course. I've played her songs on this programme.
Well, you don't think she looks a bit like Mara O'Hara?
Well, she does indeed. I think you were quite taken by her. Did you go up and express your interest in her?
No, I just want to hear the music and...
You didn't sidle up to her at all?
How I was doing, and I says, that's good music you're playing there.
I thought maybe you'd introduce yourself to her. You wearing your new cap and all.
No, I had a good chat with her.
Yeah, okay.
And I bought one of her wee tapes.
Did she like you?
Oh, no, she didn't. Give me a good signed photograph to Geordie with love and best wishes.
I talked about this before, you know, but you have a certain something, Geordie, that is communicable. Communicable.
Yeah, you hear that?
You have something that is communicable, and it's charisma. People have mentioned it to me. There's something about you that draws women to you like moths towards the flame.
Oh.
So it's something that you should treasure. We all don't have it. I have it. Mr. Coyle doesn't.
Well, then that's
you have it, yeah.
That's two of us, Jerry, have it.
There's two of us have it.
Maybe it's enough two in this world.
George Best had it.
And the first side of our wee tip, Jerry, is leaving on your mind, and our last one is Let It Be You.
That sounds all right.
So what it is now, played a wee bit of it last night.
Well, I must ask her, if she's listening, ask her to send me a copy of it, and I'll certainly play it.
Well, that'll be definitely, you know.
All right. Listen, I want to ask you one more thing before you go. Did you hear the man the other day talking about the weasels carrying their dead
No, well,
weasel?
one thing, Jerry, I heard that, but I would have to contradict him in it now.
Well, let me just explain what that was for the benefit of people who didn't hear. This man said that he was out one day and he saw a procession of weasels walking two abreast as in a funeral cortege, and they were carrying a dead weasel. And then four of them who were carrying it passed it on to the four behind, like, you know, a person would in an ordinary human funeral.
Yes, that's the way it takes place, but if it had been in Scotland or England or Wales or somewhere, it would have been weasels, but there's no weasels in Ireland. They're stoats.
Well, that's a whole shot in his argument, but maybe they were stoats.
We see stoats is very like a weasel.
Are they?
Oh, yes, so they're only a wee shade bigger.
But they would behave almost...
But there's no weasels in Ireland.
Is that right?
No, there's stoats.
St. Patrick got them all out.
Yes, the same as the snakes.
So the stoat would... Well, let's put it this way.
Oh, yes, the stoat would have the same funeral.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think
yes.
He saw a stoat funeral?
Oh, yes, he's right enough in it.
And they do that? They walk along
Oh,
with
yes, they do indeed, and Lord have the one that runs across them.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh, I've seen it once.
Really?
Yes, and they usually get them in dry stone walls. You know, dry stone up around in the moors, you know, dry stone walls. You get stoats anywhere, but they're usually breeding all, and you know, in the dry stone walls.
Right. As you would yourself if you were a stoat.
Yes.
And you've seen the funeral?
I've seen it once in my lifetime, way years ago.
How many stoats were involved, do you think?
I would say roughly were coming in and out up the side of the ditch on the road side. I would say there was maybe 20 to 30.
And they were walking in a line?
Oh, yes, and they were whistling, and two or three on the outside, keeping George, you know, the way doing sentry duty, you know.
Well, you know, it just goes to show you, like, how little we know, and, you know, what goes on there, we know nothing about.
Uh-huh.
Well, Geordie, thank you very much. Now,
okay, Jerry, and that's a shame and disgrace what they're doing, closing Lisburn Market down. So I hope the powers that be is listening.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry.
Okay, then.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Geordie.
Bye.
There you are, Geordie registering his protest at the closing down of Lisburn Market. And because if Lisburn Market closes down on a Tuesday, there'd be no reason for him to wipe down his cap and go out. I can't believe I'm sitting talking here about stoat funerals. Have you ever seen a stoat? No, of course you wouldn't have. There's not many stoat funerals in billiard halls. Hello, good morning. Jerry's on the line. Hello, Gerry.
Hello.
How are you?
What way are you?
I'm fine.
Listen, I just happened to catch on there. There's a boy on there about weasels.
About what?
Stoats and weasels.
That's right.
Well, now I hunted and poached for a long time at a time.
Yes.
With ferrets.
Yes.
I have never come across a weasel funeral, but I knew them it has. Genuine enough. And you'll get them in the mountain and the moss. For I knew the man went one spring of the year to draw home a stack of turf, and they never got a turf out of it. They were scooting through it like birds in a hedge, and they had to leave. But what I wanted to tell you was, I have come across rats on the move.
Rats on the move?
Rats on the move. I mean, one night I was coming home on this road, and there was a dump on it, on this road.
Yes.
The council had a dump.
Uh-huh.
And it was that bad I had to stop the car. I couldn't drive through them.
They were all heading out?
They were heading out. And they won't stop.
How many were there? Were there
Oh,
hundreds?
there must have been thousands of them.
Were they organised or were they just...
Well, now, they seemed to be, for they kept going on. They wouldn't stop for me. And I had to stop the car. I couldn't get through them.
Is that right? And they
But
were...
that's an experience I had with rats now.
They just rats decided to move en masse.
They walked on. They walked on. They never stopped with the lights of the car or nothing.
Really?
They kept going on. And then I was talking to an old fella at that time about it, and he says, that was what you call rats on the move. And there nothing would stop them.
Rats on the move.
So I'd like to know if any other body ever encountered it.
That's a great name for a band. Rats on the move.
Rats on the move.
Right, and you've seen now the Geordie who talked earlier. Who said,
Well, I had the experience of it.
well, he said. Well, the Geordie who talked said there are no weasels in Ireland. They're stoats. Is that right?
Well, we called them weasels.
Or whitrets.
Or whattericks. Whattericks, yes.
That's right. Yeah, but
And they're very easy killed, you know.
well, that's good to hear.
I have killed them with a wee bit of a pointed stack, no any heavier than a pencil.
Well, what do you do with that?
And just press it again their throat, knocks them away. Now, another thing.
That's them turned off, yeah.
I caught one on a rat trap one time.
Oh, dear.
And I mean, I thrown it out at the midden.
Yes, charming. Yeah.
And it was freshly killed.
Yes.
And do you know how long it lasted? 3 days there were nothing there but the toes and the breast hairs. It was rotted away completely in 3 days.
That
I had that experience too, weasel.
we need to be careful here. There are people having their late breakfast. So, you mean that without the benefit of carrion, there would be nobody gnawing at it or anything? It just kind of went away itself?
Just, the air must just have took it away.
Decomposed?
Aye.
So you've never seen a stout funeral?
I never seen him, but I know a man dead, but that man's dead now. He went to the moss one day and they had to turn and come back out yet.
Why?
They were a weasel's funeral. And they never got started, and they had to turn and come back home.
Well, he would be suspicious about a thing like that.
Well, they say there was something about them now. The old folk would have been very dubious about meeting a weasel around.
Well, you know, if you're walking along the countryside and you see about 15 or 16 weasels walking along the
Jesus Christ, you would get an airplane and get out immediately.
you would certainly take for the hills. Well, it's been very interesting talking to you, and thank you very much.
Right.
And thanks for ringing. And
That's all right.
We'll talk to you again. So how's your wee horse?
Go doing well.
You have the smallest horse in Ireland.
Well, the smallest driving one.
I'll be down with you soon.
Oh, I hope so.
There
are one's waiting on you for your autograph.
I still cherish your invitation.
Right.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Sorry, I turned off the wrong microphone. It's not a good idea to turn on the wrong... Stop that. We have to go early. Oh, right. We have to go early today. I thought we were going up to 12 o'clock. We're not. We have to go very shortly. Oh, in 9 seconds to be honest. Oh, that's all we have time for. We'll be back tomorrow on Monday morning. If you want to write to me, write to Gerry Anderson, care of BBC Radio Foyle. Bye.